Welcome, folks, to Garage Sports Ohio.
Hi. All right. I'll stop playing with the buttons, guys. Someone's got to stop me. I'm a whole ass problem with these buttons. My goodness.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
I keep playing with buttons. This is all our comments are going to be. That's it. We're just going to have nothing
Wow.
but crickets.
Wow.
Still continue to play
Hey.
with the button.
Hey, I like it. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. Hey, so I'm going to start off with anybody who's got any questions, comments, anything that you guys want us to touch on base with. Feel free to drop that in the comments. We will make sure to. We're going to try our best to tackle every comment in the video in the next week's video, and for the most part, I mean, right now we'll be able to hit all of them. So if you got anything you want us to touch on, feel free, drop it in the comments. We'll be more than happy to touch on it.
Yeah,
Yes,
please
most
comment.
definitely. Yeah, please comment. I mean, we are looking forward to any questions that you guys can give available. Even my friends at work, let's do it. I mean, we're ready.
Yeah. Now, that being said, Pops, you brought up something about Caitlin Clark and that foul.
Yes, I did.
Did you see any of that, Brandon?
I did not.
All right. So Caitlin Clark, she was upset. She was having a rough game.
Yeah.
Oh. And she took it out on the basketball post,
Yeah,
on the hoop post.
and then the ref
Yeah.
said something about
They gave her a technical foul for it.
Yeah, because it was unsportsmanlike.
yeah.
And in all
I've
fairness,
seen Shaq do that. I've seen
it was a different game when Shaq played too.
oh yeah.
Let's be realistic. It was a lot more physical. They let the players play a lot more. And in all fairness, I mean, yeah, she didn't hurt nobody
No.
by doing it, but at the
No.
same time, you took a step away from the game with an act of violence, technically. But I mean, it wasn't towards anybody, but it was an act of aggression. And yeah, you're having a bad game. I understand. You're feeling some type of way. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't hit that. But on the flip side of that, her game turned way around after that.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
And she did start playing a lot better.
I gotta agree with you, Chuck. You can't take your aggression out when you're in sports.
Yeah.
Even in football or basketball or baseball, you gotta hold those aggressions in and be able to have that sportsmanlike person that's into you. You know what I mean?
If this is the same thing we're talking about, do you know what the ref said to her?
What did he say?
I don't remember exactly what it was. It was like something like you're bad for basketball or something like that.
I think he said hitting the post, that's bad for basketball. And that's very much true.
It might be out of context and it might not be the right words.
Yeah.
But it was somewhere along the lines of that.
But I will say the hitting of the post, that's not good for basketball. But at the end of the day, I think you wait till halftime, and if you need to, I don't know, slap your locker, throw something in your locker, whatever you need to do to get that aggression out, you do it that way. You don't do it in the public eye.
Well,
especially when you're as big as Caitlin Clark, because people are watching your sport for you right now.
Right.
And like you said, back then people would just start fighting on the court.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd be a whole ass bro.
You had a player at one point running into the crowd to fight.
Ron Artest.
Ron Artest. Yes. And I gotta agree. I mean, I'd rather smack the foam of
the post
and I'd rather hitting somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, at the end of the day, you take your aggressions out however you need to. If it is you need to hit something, that's fine. You wait till halftime, you hit your locker. You don't hit anything while you're under the cameras, in the lights,
right,
in the forefront of everybody's vision.
Because
and it's a big thing. You're in sports,
right?
There is a lot of aggression, and I Fully understand that.
Absolutely.
You're going to have your passionate moments. You're going to have these moments where it's a little bigger.
Right. Absolutely.
You're just that aggression's flowing through you because you are struggling and you're trying to figure it out and you can't figure it
Right.
out. And now you're just frustrated and the frustration's coming out and everything else.
And that's where
So
you got to hold it in and everything.
and
So
you need to find a way to stop yourself from doing something like
Right.
hitting anything until you're out of that position.
Yeah.
right.
Now, mind you, the game completely turned around for Caitlin Clark after that point. Once she got that penalty, I think she became more level-headed, and she was able to figure out what she needed to do to get back on track,
Oh yeah.
which is awesome. And I'm very happy that she was able to get it all under control. But you got to be able to do that before any sort of aggression comes out.
Absolutely.
Oh, that being said,
100%.
we got a lot of football today.
Oh yeah, we really do have a lot of
We got
football.
a ton of football
yeah.
today.
A lot for you today, folks.
My goodness. So, first and foremost, the college football season's getting ready to start.
I
Yep.
am so
Hot.
excited.
Super excited about that. Oh, we're getting some music, baby.
Let's get into that NCAA
We got that,
football 25.
that funky music coming out.
Wow.
So first and foremost, we picked some games out because there's not a lot of really big matchups
No, there's not.
for week one. A lot of them we all tended to agree on. I wanted to get some games where we didn't fully agree on or we could have a conversation about.
Mhm.
And when diving into all that, we came out with what is this? We got 5 college football games
right.
right away.
Right.
And we're going to start off with Florida State versus Georgia Tech. So, Brandon,
Yeah.
who you picking in Florida State, Georgia Tech?
Oh well.
I'll preface it. Florida State is an 11.5-point favorite.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That being said, I am definitely leaning Florida State here by a lot. I don't think this game's going to be that close personally. But
I don't know. I think Georgia Tech will take Florida, but it'd be an OT.
okay, so you're thinking it's going to be a tight game and you think it's going to come down to the wire. But
Oh,
you
yeah.
think Georgia Tech's going to come away with the upset.
I
In
think,
OT.
Okay.
I think Florida State smacks Georgia Tech around.
I fully agree. And the reason that I believe that is Florida State's got a chip on their shoulder. Florida State was snubbed from the college football playoff last year. Florida
Oh,
State's
yeah,
coming
'cause
in
they
hot.
were undefeated
Well,
last year.
Last
Yeah.
year they benched all of their starters in the bowl game last year.
Well, I think I would have
Wow,
too.
they
I think
did.
it was against Georgia.
No, the bowl you meant the bowl game, right? The bowl game they played when they weren't in the playoff. Whoever it was, yeah, well, I think it was Georgia. I think you're right. Because neither team made the playoff last year. But I
Yeah.
think they did bench them all. But that's because the college football playoff has come in and it has completely killed the bowls. In my
Yeah.
opinion, the bowls don't matter to these bigger schools.
Mhm.
A bowl game win to Georgia is nothing. A
I
natty is.
I gotta agree with you, Chuck, on that one. I think they're using all these bowls for all the playoffs.
And you said the bigger teams, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bigger teams.
The
Okay.
bigger
So,
teams,
end
yeah.
of the day,
And
like Iowa, Indiana, Illinois. I mean, you go all the way down to Florida. You could talk any of those teams. A bowl game still matters.
Okay.
Whereas a team like Georgia, Florida State, Ohio State, Michigan, Oregon,
Mhm.
Alabama, the bowl win just doesn't matter anymore
Yeah, absolutely.
because it's not a national championship.
Absolutely. I got to agree with you, Chuck. All the bowl games that are really big now, like the Rose Bowl, Orange Bowl, Cotton Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, all of them are going to be all added on to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that's not fair because now you're getting all the lower bowl bowl games like and it's not going to matter anymore because of the lower bowl games is
I believe that we're gonna wind up, and right now we have the 12 team playoff, right?
right.
I believe
Absolutely.
that's gonna turn out to be a Power Five playoff. I don't see any teams from the Group of Five getting into it,
Right.
or I guess Power Four now, however you want to look at it. But I feel like another 12 team playoff's gonna emerge out of all this for the Group of Five teams, and then the
Yeah.
Group of Five teams will have a 12 team playoff as well for you know their best or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to wind up with this situation where the bowl games mean even less, and unless you're winning one of the playoffs, you're not. It doesn't matter.
Right. I got to agree with you on that one, Chuck. Yes, most definitely.
That's hard to disagree with.
Yeah, and it's super unfortunate because obviously college football has been based on these bowl games, but the value's just not there anymore when you
When-
got 12 teams that have an opportunity to win a natty.
Yeah, because back
Yeah.
in the day, Orange Bowl meant a lot. Rose Bowl,
Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Tostitos, Fiesta
Cotton Bowl.
Cotton Bowl.
You had all these bowl games that
Yeah.
they mattered. You had,
It
your
was-
New Year's Six.
Mhm.
You had
Yeah.
all of these bowl games that were heavily influenced by everything.
Oh yeah, it was like really exciting to watch.
Yeah. Whereas
But
now with the playoff,
yeah.
the playoff's exciting to watch, yes.
Yes.
But outside of the playoff, do you really care who wins?
Not really.
When Hawaii goes and faces Indiana?
I'll watch it.
Well, I know. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know
Like,
you would.
End of the day,
Right.
like Hawaii faces Indiana in the Cotton Bowl. It doesn't matter for anything because it's not the playoff.
Right.
I'll still watch it because it's a football game.
right.
But end of the day, it doesn't hold the same value anymore.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
watch Hawaii versus Indiana and the Cheez-Its Alamo Bowl.
Right. I mean, I would watch because it's football.
Of course.
But end of the
Right.
day, it just doesn't carry the same weight.
Absolutely.
When the next
100%.
game I get to watch is Georgia versus TCU in the playoff.
with TCU.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out random names, but random teams over here, leave me alone.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
You know exactly what I'm doing there.
I know.
So we got me and Brandon. We took Florida State here.
Yep.
And Pops, you're taking Georgia Tech.
Yes,
Are you
I am.
All right.
You want
Uh,
to change your answer?
Nope.
All right.
I'm taking Georgia Tech.
Okay. We're going to move on to Youngstown State and Villanova.
Ooh.
I'm definitely going for Youngstown State.
Why is that? I know why. I just want to hear you say it.
Jim Tressel was the head coach for Youngstown State, and your mother, your stepmom, went to Youngstown State.
And that being said, Villanova is only a 5.5 point favorite. This one to me holds a little more weight when it comes to I could definitely see an upset happening here. I'm going to stay with Villanova on this one. I believe they're going to cover the spread on top of it all. But I could definitely 100% see this game being more of an upset. I'm a little more hesitant with the Georgia Tech being an upset, whereas this one I could absolutely see it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Youngstown State on this one.
Oh, you're going to jump with the
Yep.
upset. All right. Absolutely fair enough. So after that, we got North Carolina versus Minnesota, the Golden Gophers. We get the Tar Heels and the Golden Gophers over here.
Are we gonna?
And I will say that North Carolina. Uh-oh. I got a
Oh.
horrible song playing behind me.
Oh,
That's my phone, folks. Go blue.
Let's see. I'm trying to see where the spread is for this game.
Right.
I'm not positive where the spread is on this one. That being said, I believe that Minnesota is going to take this one. I feel like North Carolina Whereas, yeah, they're definitely a little more up and coming. I think Minnesota still got them covered here. Um, North Carolina to me will always be a basketball school, and I'm not trying to throw shade at North Carolina whatsoever,
Right.
but to me, it's kind of hard when Michael Jordan graced your court. I can't stop looking at you as a basketball team at that point. Where'd LeBron James play college ball at? All I'm saying.
He
He
didn't.
didn't.
I know.
He didn't. You know what? I'm gonna have to take Minnesota as well. I think PJ Fleck and the Golden Gophers will.
Handle business.
I think they'll handle business.
Where you at, Pops? I know when we spoke earlier, you were leaning towards North Carolina.
I was leaning
But-
towards them, but the way you guys are talking and everything, I'm going to have to go for the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
Okay, that is absolutely fair.
I think they got a really good defense, and I think they can set the tone in their defense, and their offense is a little shaky, but
Yeah.
I think they can pull it off.
Especially if they have that running back they had last year.
I think they, I think
If they
you're right,
still have
Brandon.
him, he was
I
a
think
very
he is
hard
here.
runner.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm unsure about all of that.
I think he is
Let's
there
see.
still this year, Brandon. I think you're absolutely right. I might think he might win in the NFL draft too, one or the other.
I'll remember his name if I see it.
It wasn't Mo Ibrahim, right?
Yeah, it was. It was
Okay.
Ibrahim.
He's a Minnesota Viking.
Shit.
I thought he went into the draft. Yeah,
Damn.
they drafted him like 4th or 5th round.
That's a,
This says he was signed, so
He was
I'm
signed
assuming
as
you
a
went
free
undrafted.
agent.
undrafted. free
Undrafted
agent.
free agent. Yeah. I'm sorry, folks.
That being said, we can move on to our next game here, which this one is Michigan State and Florida Atlantic. At Michigan State. Michigan State's an 11.5-point favorite. Oh, but Michigan State's been so struggle bussy
Is Lane
lately.
Kiffin still the coach for FAU?
Wade Tiffin?
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Tiffin.
Kiffin. Kiff.
I think he is.
Let's find out. Tom Herman.
Tom Herman. Ooh.
He was named that back in 2022.
Wow.
Tom Herman.
Tom
Yes.
Herman.
Why does
He's
that
a
sound
really
familiar?
Let's see.
Wasn't he
That does not sound familiar at all to me, but
Indiana.
Indiana Hoosiers? You're absolutely right, Brandon. I think he was an Indiana Hoosier coach.
let's see. He was an Ohio State quarterback coach,
Ah,
2012 to
yes,
2014.
Tom Herman.
He was an offensive analyst for the Chicago,
Chicago
Bears,
Bears.
in 2021.
Mhm.
Previously to that, he was
Texans.
a Texas coach, head coach, Houston head coach. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's Tom Herman.
Tom Herman.
I don't know if he has a. I'm gonna go with Michigan State.
Hey, and he was with Ohio State when they won the Natty in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to go with Florida Atlantic.
And I'm going to stay with Michigan State. I definitely understand having a little bit of doubt here towards Michigan State with Michigan State's
I
been
would
struggling for so
love-
much. But
I would love to say Michigan State, but man, the way they looked last year.
I just think Michigan State has the more talented players. They're bigger.
Nah.
They're faster.
Let me see. Didn't Michigan State get a new head coach?
Yes, they did. Their new head coach, their old head coach retired, and they got a new head coach,
And it's Jonathan Smith.
Yes,
Who
From-
was their old coach?
from Oregon State.
That dude was a Michigan State legend.
Uh, well, that didn't help at all, did it?
Jonathan Smith.
Tucker? Mel Tucker.
Oh,
No?
no.
No,
It was
that doesn't
In
sound.
2022, Mel Tucker was the head coach for his third year. That's what I know.
Oh wow.
So I think you're thinking back, like
before Mel
2020s.
Tucker.
Like we looking at
Back when they upset us.
2018, maybe. We're looking at Mark D'Antonio.
Yes.
That's the name.
Mark
As soon as
D'Antonio.
I seen
Mark
it, I knew it.
Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
They
but
have-
we got Jonathan Smith's their new head coach now. I think
Yep.
getting away from Mel Tucker is going to be a blessing, honestly, because Michigan State struggled so hard under Mel Tucker,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it was just Mel Tucker wasn't good enough.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen
Uh,
Michigan State.
I don't know that that it's
I
that,
can't
but
say that because you got to remember when he back when about 5 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, Michigan State was a tough team to beat.
yeah,
Under Mark D'Antonio.
under Mark
Yeah.
D'Antonio.
Oh yeah.
So then Mel,
I've never seen Michigan State look like this under Mark D'Antonio.
no,
Yeah.
They
But-
were tough every year.
but
Yes, they
then Mel
were.
took over, and it was just they just fell off a wagon hard. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, they upset Ohio State,
Right.
and they're playing, and it's a big rivalry for Michigan now because Michigan State's playing with them.
Right.
You got big brother, little brother going hard at each other
Yeah.
in a big way, and it was beautiful to watch.
Oh yeah.
And then next thing you know, they're a poverty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not even competing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy anymore. Because you know that Michigan's going to win it every year now.
That being said, I think Jonathan Smith has something to prove coming in this being
Yeah.
his first year or second year or whatever it is.
Yep.
I think he's got something to prove. I think, and I don't think Florida Atlantic's got the talent. Florida Atlantic is, I mean, they are what they are. They're a lower school. They just are, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know about that.
Well, that's why you
They've been upset.
And-
As you guys binged on me all the time, Appalachian State, beating
Absolutely.
Michigan.
Hey, upsets definitely happen.
Damn. What's up with that? Bam.
Absolutely. We're definitely not saying it can't happen.
It can.
It can. We
It
never said it
can.
could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't say that.
Right.
I don't see it.
I do.
It'll be cloudy and 75 in East Lansing that day, baby.
That's cool enough. Florida Atlantic likes it cold.
I doubt that. They're from Florida.
Well, what does that matter? Warm or cold?
I feel like Michigan's more used to 75-degree weather than Florida, but that it doesn't matter that much.
When you
Weather
play,
doesn't
when
matter
you
that
play football, it doesn't matter, hot or cold, as long as you get that W.
Hard disagree.
You think USC is going to be used to the cold when they come play Michigan in late December, early November?
That's going to be horrible for them.
It's snowing.
I mean,
out.
there's still going to be. I mean, there's still going to be a competition, absolutely. But
You think when Michigan comes to the horseshoe, think we're going to be ready for that cold?
I would imagine so because Michigan's used
yeah.
to that cold.
We're both
Mhm.
used to the cold.
The weather's not going to matter as
You
much
know
for.
how cold it is. The harder you hit, the worse it stings.
Yeah,
But
the
you-
football turns into a brick.
Wait, but weren't you just the one arguing that the weather didn't matter?
And because it didn't matter to me.
That's because you grew up in an area with all weather. The
Mhm.
difference is these players in Florida, they don't have all weather. They have warm. USC in California, they have warm. You come to this side of the country and they're experiencing snow for the first time. And they're playing in the snow for if they were from around here, sure, they're going to acclimate pretty well. But a lot of the players from FAU, I'm assuming, they're from Florida. I mean, because you got teams like Nebraska, most of their players are from Nebraska. Iowa, most of their players are from Iowa. And then those are fairly big schools. FAU is a lower end school as far as football is concerned, and there's nothing wrong with that. but I feel like most of their students, most of their football players are
Right.
coming from the Atlantic coast in Florida.
Right. Okay.
Because
Fair enough.
why would you play for Florida Atlantic if you had the opportunity to play for the U, for Florida State,
Florida.
Florida? I mean, you're going to go to one of those schools outside
Right.
instead of FAU
Right.
if you have the opportunity, that is.
Right. Absolutely. 100%.
And you do absolutely, you do still have a chance of upsets, no matter when it is. It's college football. It's ever changing.
Oh, no.
That's one of the reasons why I love college football.
Yep.
100%.
100%.
That being said, now we got TCU and Stanford.
Oh, man.
Now, this to me feels like more of a game.
Man, it's going to be hard to make this decision between TCU and Stanford.
TCU is a 9.5-point favorite, and I'm going to. I'm taking chalk all day. Let's take TCU. I'm taking the favorites in all of this. I feel like Stanford has really not been who they once were. They're still not bad. Same with the Horned Frogs, of course, but I feel like TCU still has a little bit more talent than Stanford does.
Yeah, but they lost all their people.
Everybody lost all their people. It's college football. That's the nature of the beast.
Mhm.
If your head coach can't adjust for that, then what the hell's he doing coaching in college?
True.
I find it hard to bet against Stanford, so I'm gonna go with Stanford.
That's absolutely fair. Pops, who you got?
I don't think they'll cover the spread or whatever the spread was, but
TCU's a 9.5-point favorite. So if Stanford wins, they cover the spread.
all I'm saying, I don't think they'll win by 9. And then
I don't either. I think we're looking at a one-score game, personally.
yeah.
But I think TCU's going to take it.
Well, I'm going to have to go with you, Chuck. I'm going to go with TCU.
Yeah.
I think you're absolutely right. I think Stanford has gone really,
It's
not badly down, but a little down.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're ranked this year
Well, yeah.
at all.
No,
Stanford.
they're not.
they're not.
You're
And-
talking two teams that used to be somebody.
And I think TCU might be up there in the ranking. I say not high, but a little low. So
It's cold out here. Outside this door. I'm the only one that took Stanford.
You're with the smart people, apparently.
Give me
Yeah.
the tree. Give me the trees.
You're with the smart ones. All right.
Give me cards.
Now we're going to touch on how we did in our preseason week
Okay.
2 picks. And Brandon, you can go ahead and hang your head. You improved to 8-8. Congratulations.
Yep. Yep.
Pops, well done at 11-5. And I'm coming out at 12-4 from week 2. That's a hell of a bounce back for all of us.
Yep.
Um,
I didn't do too bad. I'll take it.
yeah. Brandon, get your head out your ass. And as you see there, week 3,
Hey,
we already have 2 games done because we film on Fridays.
Brandon, you're always last.
it's preseason.
It is preseason. It's very
Yeah.
volatile.
Yeah, you can't predict nothing.
Come talk to me in the regular weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And,
will.
and I tell you what, the regular week, it's on, brother. I'm gonna win it all.
I'm always gonna lose at least one game. I'm betting against the Jags. How'd they do in preseason?
Well, they're undefeated still.
Yeah.
Because I bet against them.
You cracked me up, dude. All right. So
Yeah.
that being said, week 3, Pops and me are both 0-2. Brandon is 1-1. And now we get to dive into some more picks, boys.
Yeah.
During the regular season, we will dive more into, and I know the screen's frozen. I'm hoping
I'm scared.
that
Yeah.
it's not frozen on the other side. I'm
Yeah.
hoping it's still
I
filming
hope not
properly.
either.
But all that aside, with our records here, we will dive more into what the games entailed.
Right.
during the regular season. While it's the preseason, I don't feel like we need to dive too much into what happened during the games.
Right.
We're just wasting a lot of time that way, and we don't want to
Mhm.
waste your time any more than we want to
Yeah.
waste our own.
Most definitely.
That being said, let's dive into our predictions for week 3 of the preseason. We got the
Mhm.
Ravens
Boom, boom,
at the
boom.
Packers.
Ravens at the Packers. I'm gonna have to go Ravens on this one, boys.
And the big thing about the week 3 of the preseason is there's a good chance you could have all your starters in there for the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That being said, give me the Ravens, baby.
Lamar Jackson.
What you got over there, BL?
I can't bet against the Ravens. Give me the Ravens.
That's an even sweep.
And then we got the Steelers at the Lions.
Give me the Rar.
Who's the RAR? I've never heard of the RAR.
The Lions.
Give me the Lions, baby.
Rar. That's the growl of the Lions.
That's fair. Brandonius the Felonious.
Brandon the Genius.
Lions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a sweep.
All right. And then we got Titans and Saints.
Give me the Titans. They're always tough to beat.
I'm going Saints.
This one's tough, damn it.
Damn.
Give me the Saints.
Oh.
All right. We got
Saints, huh?
Panthers at the Bills. Give me the Bills.
Yep. Give me them Bills.
I can't pick the Panthers.
Going with the Bills too, huh?
That's a sweep. 3 in a row sweep.
We got the Rams at the Houston Texans.
Give me them Texans.
CJ Stroud, you are the
Yeah.
man, and you're going to make me
Mm.
proud one more time.
Hell yeah.
Texans, baby.
Yeah.
Give me Stephon Diggs.
You just wanted to be different and take the
Yeah.
Texans too, huh?
Really tough on Diggs.
All right. Let me just say, I am no stranger to
The Rams.
having my favorite team play against Jim Harbaugh. But here we are with the Chargers versus the Cowboys.
Give me them Cowgirls.
Ooh. Them Cowboys. Cowboys, baby. Brandonius. What do you got for me?
You throw the X up for me?
Ah, yeah, baby.
Yeah. That's a 4th sweep.
All right. And then we got, well, let's see. The Giants and the Jets didn't want to travel very far for their last preseason game. They're going to face each other at their home field. But the Jets are home, just to be clear, because that matters.
Because that matters, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go with the Jets.
I don't know what you're sorry for. Give me Aaron Rodgers to beat Daniel Jones.
Aaron Rodgers is looking really good.
Well, and at the end of the day, just starting Daniel Jones, I feel like, is a sign that the Giants are forfeiting the season.
But I just hope that
I don't care how good anybody else on their team does. Daniel Jones will stop them from winning.
He got the nickname Danny Dimes because he was throwing dimes.
Yeah, he was throwing dimes.
Let's just hope
I said
that
was.
Aaron Rodgers this season can stay healthy.
Speaking of that,
I'm praying that, because I
Absolutely.
think Aaron Rodgers can do it for the Jets.
Yeah, I think so.
Speaking of that, I had a friend at work ask me, "How long do you think it takes till Aaron Rodgers gets hurt again?"
More than 5 snaps this time.
That's what I said.
Snap 1, snap. Well, it was 4 snaps. Snap 1, snap 2, snap 3. His snap. But
That's 6.
Man, I think if Aaron Rodgers stay healthy for the Jets, I think he can really, really put it together for the Jets.
But did they draft different linemen? Did they did they boost up that O line?
I think they did, didn't they?
If not, I mean,
That's a question to ask.
then he's gonna
I'm
get
not
sacked.
positive.
I think they did, but I don't know. So
Let's see. I'm gonna mess with the schedule. I need to make sure that camera. Hey, it's
guys.
staring right at you.
all
Let's get it back to the
right.
right camera, maybe. And maybe it's
Oh
no.
boy, technical
We are
difficulties.
experiencing some technical difficulties. Please just give me a moment. You can stare at this lovely face for a second. I am going to mess with camera stuff.
I'm gonna go to hell.
Well, we're already there, apparently. Come
Well,
on, camera, work for me. Why are you doing this?
well. We're having a little technical difficulty. Please stand by.
Entertain the people.
That happens.
So let's see what we can do about
Yeah.
getting this going. Sorry, guys, for all the difficulties.
I mean, Lions Steelers. That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I think Lions and Steelers is going to be a really, really good game.
Especially if all their starters are in. I mean,
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I think the only problem with the Steelers is who are they gonna start? Are
Or
they
quarterback Russell Wilson or Justin Fields.
what are they gonna do with
I don't know who they're going to pick. I haven't looked that up or even I don't know who. But if they do,
maybe maybe you can have Justin Fields sit just one season under Russell Wilson.
I believe that, Brandon. I agree with you 100%. I
He's-
think that
he's
if
still
he
young.
sets 1 year, yeah, he's still young, and be behind Russell Wilson.
And Russell
and Ru-
Wilson is a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
yes, he's won one Super Bowl, and
Should have been two.
it should have been
Oh,
two. Yeah,
The biggest bonehead call.
but yeah.
ever.
I if it was me and I was a coach, I would have not thrown the.
I don't know.
ball.
Who was that quarterback the
If I-
Raiders drafted?
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bigger bonehead move.
He had all the potential to be a great
Yeah,
quarterback. He
But
just
if
didn't
you
watch film.
had, but if you had the leading rusher behind you, and it's
Beast mode.
Beast
Just
mode.
call him what he is.
yeah,
Beast
beast mode, and you run it,
Run the ball.
run the ball.
He's gonna get
Why
you a
would you
yard.
pass it when New England had one of the best secondaries in the NFL?
Who got that interception?
Malcolm Butler?
Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, buddy.
Malcolm was a very good safety. Or was he a corner?
It was a corner.
Yeah.
Oh, was he a
And-
corner?
I think he was like undrafted or something like that.
But he turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah.
He got a game-winning interception in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And to be
Yeah.
clear, I'm not blind to the fact that that defense carried Tom Brady a few times in Super Bowls.
Well, you had
Adam
Bill
Vinatieri.
Coward,
And so
Bill
did Adam.
Cowher as a coach.
Who?
You mean Bill Belichick?
yeah.
buddy.
No, I'm talking about Seattle's coach.
Carroll.
Pete Carroll, yeah. And that was a bad move.
They got so many rumors on
I
Pete
had that
Carroll coming
running back-
back. Bill
If I-
Belichick coming back.
Dude, if Bill Belichick came back, it'd be scary.
It would.
Especially if he went to a good team. Because the guy can coach.
I think he could coach the Dallas Cowboys back into the Super Bowl again.
I don't wanna buy into any of those rumors because I'll get too excited if Bill Belichick wanted to come to Dallas. Like, please.
Yeah, but then he'd be held down under Jerry Jones. You really think Bill Belichick?
I don't think Jerry Jones would hold Bill Belichick back because this is what I think. This is what I say because Bill Belichick is one of the best coaches. 7 Super Bowls.
6.
6, excuse me, 6. I'm sorry, folks, 6. But you got to say, I would put it in my contract. I would say, hey, either you let me coach and leave me alone.
Problem comes with Jerry Jones is a micromanager. He loves to be a micromanager, and there's only one coach who got away with doing any of that.
And that was Bill Coward.
No.
Or I mean,
Like, um, uh,
what's his name? He was New England
He's
or
now
New
the- he's-
New
he's the
York Giants
Super
coach.
Bowls.
he was the one that
What was
invented the. How about them Cowboys?
what was his name?
I know you know. I know you're just looking at us. Is this a Chuck's fun fact?
Wait,
No.
Wouldn't,
It's just fun for me.
wouldn't he? Didn't he coach the Miami Hurricanes? Was it?
I don't know about all that.
And he's an announcer, isn't he?
I don't believe so.
The only coach I could think of right now is Tom Landry, but it's not Tom Landry.
Got it.
No, it's not Tom Landry.
Would you like me to tell you?
I'm gonna kick myself. Sure.
Jimmy
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 Jones.
Johnson.
Johnson.
Jimmy
Jimmy
Johnson. Yeah, Jimmy Johnson.
That is the last coach that
Yeah, because he coached Miami Hurricanes.
did.
And, yeah, and he coached the Miami Dolphins. Or am I thinking of another coach?
Let's see. He coached for Louisiana Tech, Picayune Memorial High School,
Miami,
Wichita
Florida.
State.
Miami
I
Hurricanes.
was getting down there, and he did coach the Dolphins too. You were right.
Oh, he did. Yep.
Congrats. You were correct. You don't want me to tell you what else he did?
Damn, I know my football.
Well, you tried to call him Jimmy Jones.
I did.
I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure Bill Cowher
I
never
was
coached
meant
for the
to say
Patriots
Jimmy
or
Johnson,
the Cowboys.
but
He
I
was a
said the
Steeler.
wrong last name. Oh well.
The names matter.
I was wrong. I was wrong saying the last name, but I knew what I was trying to say, and I just made a mistake, folks. I'm sorry.
But names
It-
matter.
oh wow. Does it really?
Yes.
Quit picking on me, Chuck.
I won't. I won't ever stop. You love me for it.
I just did that, folks. Yes, I did.
I wish I had a womp womp womp. That's not it. Nope. It's not a womp. We don't have a womp womp womp. I promise. We just have crickets.
Well, where's the cricket?
It's the orange one. There it is. Crickets.
You deserve that one.
All right, let's dive back in here. We got the Browns at the Seahawks. Let me guess. Ooh. Can I guess your pick? Woof. They're not the Dogs. They're the Browns, bro.
Brown Breaker doesn't play.
I hate to tell you. You ever heard of the dog pound?
I've also heard of the Elf.
Brownie the Elf.
Chuck, stop it.
I'm taking the Browns too. Don't worry.
Man, folks. Wow. I'm getting all this hard knocks on the darn shoulder.
You want to hear
anymore.
more about hard knocks? Give me the Seahawks.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, they stink.
Almost as bad as Brandon right now.
Yeah. Oh.
Smell fine.
We already did this one.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that again. We got the Cardinals at the Broncos, baby. Ooh, this one's tough.
I'm gonna say, give me them Cardinals.
Are we gonna go with Marvin Harrison or Bo Nix? Because either way, we're voting for the rookie here. The rest of the teams aren't that great. Bijan's good. You know what? Give me the Cardinals. There's more talent there.
You know what? After last week, watching Bo Nix throw 5 yards across the line of scrimmage. Give me the Cards.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Last but not least, the last game of the preseason, I believe. I don't know. We might have got out of order. I'm not positive, y'all. Either way, who cares? It's the Patriots and the Commanders.
Good stuff.
Let's see. After I played Madden 25, and I had to play the Cardinals against the the Commanders against the Browns, and the way their quarterback is pretty good, I'm gonna have to go with the Commanders.
Hey, bud. Commanders got a new quarterback.
I know he's a rookie.
And Madden 25 is atrocious. Madden is an atrocious way to pick games off of. Just throwing that out there. Give me the Commanders. Don't get me wrong. The Patriots just suck. But
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to say, Commanders are looking pretty good
I'm
with their offense. Now their defense, I haven't seen their defense. Yet.
Who is it? Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
Jayden Daniels, yeah, he's a really good rookie. I mean,
He's looked decent in the preseason. I think he could potentially do something. I know when looking at the Patriots, they're running with a rookie quarterback as well, but they got new coaching as well.
Yep.
Washington, I believe, got new coaching as well.
Yeah.
You got a lot of new coming in to this game.
Yeah.
But when I look at the teams as a whole, I feel like the Patriots really need to rebuild. And I feel like Washington can compete a little bit with the rest of the NFC East. Like, I think they actually stand a chance when going up against the Eagles, the Cowboys.
And
I feel like they're definitely better than the Giants. I mean,
yeah, their wide receiver core they got now is really solid.
yeah, I mean, anytime you got somebody like Scary Terry on your team, you're sitting pretty decent.
I'm gonna go with the upset.
You going with the Pats?
Wow.
All right. And now, guys,
And then I hate you because this is the thing. You go against us, then when we win,
hey guys, and it's time to pick our first regular season football game for the NFL. Now that's exciting. Come on, baby.
oh.
I got to play with buttons.
Quit playing with them buttons, Chuck.
I can't help myself. But this is the first Thursday night game of the regular season. We have the Baltimore Ravens versus Kansas City Chiefs.
This is a rough one. Man, I don't know which one to pick. I seriously do not.
And huge hot take here. This game matters
It does.
because I feel like we're going to see it again.
The AFC Championship game.
Ooh. Wait. The Jags aren't in this game.
I said what I said. So,
Man, Lamar's going to run over them.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
But then you know what the flip side here that we got to bring up is?
They got a solid defense.
Patrick Mahomes.
And Kelsey.
Travis
Kelsey. Yep.
Kelsey.
What about Pacheco?
Isaiah Pacheco.
Pacheco. Yep.
Rashee Rice. Do I need to keep going?
Well, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, that they got Hollywood too.
Oh, speed. What does speed do?
Kills.
Yeah. I'm going to have to
And
go
they got
with,
the fastest receiver
as,
out of the draft.
as Edwin,
Xavier Worthy.
I'm going to have to go with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Damn.
So I feel like the Ravens, they're a very big running team. They play better in closer games. They thrive in that tight matchup. And that's usually where they come out with their dubs. I think the problem they're going to run into is with that Kansas City offense, it's so hard to stop. So that being said, I really don't see Kansas City going 0-1 because that would be insane. Give me the Chiefs. solely based on the fact that the Ravens, I feel, need to get away from that close game, close matchup kind of mindset. And I feel like they'll get out of that midway through the season.
I really don't think they're going to run. I think they're going to try to run Derrick Henry, and Chiefs can stop that with their defense.
Well, the big thing is if you run Derrick Henry, that's awesome. But they also have to watch out for Lamar Jackson. And you can't stop both.
You can still go in that quarterback spy.
Not when you're trying to stop Derrick Henry, you can't. Because if you're in quarterback spy, when Derrick Henry hits you, you're flying every time. So you have to choose. Is Derrick Henry getting the ball? Is Lamar Jackson getting the ball? Or is it a pass?
That's where you talk to your DNs, and either you stay home or you go for the blitz.
And the big thing is, if they stay home, Derrick Henry has the middle. If they go for the blitz, Lamar Jackson has the edge. You have problems. And it's going to be a problem. I'm not saying that it's completely unstoppable. I'm just saying it's going to be extremely difficult to stop.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And especially when they could throw the ball too. Lamar Jackson is a good passer.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I think the Chiefs will shake it off. You mean the Chiefs?
Oh, hey, I love what you did there, by the way. You just made every Swiftie on the planet very happy.
Yeah.
Including myself.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And Eddie.
Because I will never deny T-Swizzle.
No,
she's the queen.
You guys got to think. I think it's awesome that Taylor Swift goes to those games and watches Kelsey as he plays and giving him the support.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the biggest things to take away from Taylor Swift going to these games is she's done amazing things for the sport of football.
Yeah.
She's done amazing things for the NFL. In 28 seconds of TV time during a football game, she can bring in thousands and thousands and thousands of more fans.
Oh, yeah.
And that is insane, and it's beautiful for the NFL. That's something that you never really heard from a lot of these other people that were talking about it all. Everybody was such a hater because, she's taking TV time away from the celebrations, which, yes, I do agree. You need to give that celebration its due time. But then panning to Taylor Swift, not a big deal.
Yeah. I don't understand that.
Yeah, when they pan to Taylor Swift before going to a commercial, I will never have an issue with that.
Right. I agree with you 100%.
That's like panning to Eminem in a Detroit game. That's like, know, can you really be upset?
No.
That's like I went to a Cowboys game a couple years ago and George Lopez was there. If you don't think he got TV time, like,
wow.
They fit his head on that screen.
Wow. Hey, bud, they fit his head on that big screen in the stadium too.
Wow. Wow.
It's a big ass screen. But all right, and then after that, I believe this is going to be Friday night. We got the Packers and the Eagles. This one to me is kind of tough. So this is Saquon Barkley's first game in Philly. This is the Packers coming off of an amazing end of season they had last year.
Yeah.
Like the Packers really got something going on. They have a different running back there. I believe it's Josh Jacobs now.
Josh Jacobs. Yes.
So it's going to be his first game with the team, but can he really hold up? Josh Jacobs, to me, has been kind of hit and miss. He's definitely not the guy I'd want to lean on forever. But at the end of the day, I do believe he is a very solid back. And I believe his presence is still going to keep some of the pressure off of Jordan Love. And Jordan Love's been playing lights out. So
I think the throwing arm of who you were talking about, Jordan Love. I think that's going to take the pressure off him so they can run the ball more. And Packers are normally in form of running the football, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I don't,
because they did have solid backs in the future.
Well, yeah,
with Brent Favre.
But I think the big thing to note is the Packers have always been a passing team. Sure, they do run the ball a lot, but that's because they've been in the lead.
Right, right.
Like if you
Absolutely.
look at the playoff game with the Cowboys, and break my heart a little bit here because the Cowboys couldn't stop a nosebleed in that game, and the defense lost that game fully. Like I don't care who you are if you watch that game, it's the defense, not Dak in that
I'm going to
game.
break your heart on this one, Chuck. Brent Favre was the best quarterback back then.
Well, yeah, but if you ask me, he was no different than Jameis Winston.
Right.
He might have thrown a lot of touchdowns, but he also threw a lot of picks. It was a different game back then. You weren't as concerned with the interceptions. Now the interceptions matter, and they matter a lot more.
Yeah.
So I think if Jameis Winston played back in the day when Favre was in there, I think Jameis Winston would have been a top quarterback as well. And that is not a good look.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
But Aaron Rodgers was phenomenal. Jordan Love is in form. Jordan Love looks great.
Yeah.
But the problem that you run into is the Packers, they get that big lead. They come out, they get a 2-3 score lead, and then it's the time to pound the rock. They're just eating clock.
Yeah.
I think if Josh Jacobs can open up the run game
Mhm.
and become the Josh Jacobs that he was early on in Oakland when they had a stellar O line back then,
Yep.
I think Josh Jacobs would really open up that run game and it open up the passing game and
Yeah.
give me the Packers.
Give me the
Over the Eagles.
Give me the Chiefs.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to make an argument for that myself, but I'm going to take the Eagles.
Oh.
So one thing, something I heard, something I seen that is actually a fair point and kind of just to bring light to some things. Jalen Hurts' first year at Alabama,
Yeah.
he was phenomenal.
Mhm.
His second year at Alabama, what happened? He had to be replaced by Tua
Yeah, I know.
because he was failing. Then his first year at Oklahoma, it was
great.
Oklahoma, right? He was great again. Okay. His first couple of years in Philly, well, let's rephrase that.
Yeah.
2 years ago in Philly, he didn't really do a lot, right?
No.
Last year in Philly, he did fucking amazing.
He did
I feel like
phenomenal.
everybody doubted him when he went to the Eagles too.
Yeah.
Well,
They did.
and I think, and this is the point that I heard. It was on one of the bigger shows.
Mm-hmm.
The guy was talking about when the punch is telegraphed, Jalen Hurts cannot land it.
Really?
When people know who Jalen Hurts is, he can't land a punch. And he's proven that time and time again. He proved it at Alabama.
Are they going to punch back?
So, that being said, I think the Packers are a good team. I do believe that he will still be able to lead this team to victory. The Eagles, unfortunately. But that's just something definitely to keep in mind when watching that game is can Jalen Hurts, while being the focal point of a defense, do stuff. But I also think Saquon Barkley is going to take a lot of that attention away, which is what's going to open him up.
Okay.
Because Jalen Hurts, there's no denying the guy's got talent. But I feel like when you cue on Jalen Hurts, you could stop Jalen Hurts.
I think that's why they got Jaquan Barkley.
Saquon.
Saquon Barkley is to get the running game going.
Yeah.
Get the passing game going.
And the Eagles have always had a decent back, but never a great back.
Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback.
He is.
I mean, he can throw the ball.
The
But
guy could squat all three of us
rest
together.
his arm more and let Jaquan Barkley run the ball.
Still Saquon.
Okay, well, I'm trying to say it, but
I know you are. I know.
It's sort of hard to say.
I know. You're not great with names, and I understand that.
Right.
But I'm just trying to, I will always try to correct you just to make sure everybody knows.
Yeah. Thank you.
He's just terrible with names.
Yeah. I am.
Words are hard. Look at him. He's shaking.
DeAndre Swift.
Messing with you.
My buddies known me for years, so they know.
DeAndre Swift. What do you mean of Swift?
They had DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
They still had a great running game.
Yeah, I think the big thing to note is the Eagles. They have done a lot with lesser talent. And like DeAndre Swift, good running back,
Right.
1-2 punch kind of running back. Saquon Barkley, great running back,
Oh yeah.
solo guy.
So that's kind of scary.
That's very scary.
Where did D'Angelo Swift go?
DeAndre Swift.
DeAndre Swift.
Let's find out.
I'm gonna say the Bears.
I know he started with the Lions.
Right. He did. He
Oh,
started.
he
with
is the
Lions.
Bears.
He is a Chicago Bear. That's what I
Okay.
thought. I thought he went to the Bears to help that the rookie out.
Caleb Williams.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, honestly, that the Bears actually look decent. Like,
They don't look bad.
I hope the Bears did enough in the offseason, and I hope they did enough with training and everything to protect Caleb Williams. Because
Yeah.
I firmly believe that the biggest problem in Chicago last year, the biggest problem for Jalen Hurts, wow, look at me throwing out wrong names now. Woo! Justin Fields
Mm-hmm.
was that he had no protection. He was running for his life all the time. And I
Right.
think once you get in the mindset of you have to run for your life all the time, it's hard to get out of it. And that's what I'm worried about for
Yes.
Justin Fields.
Yeah, I am too.
And I'm honestly shocked that same thing didn't happen in Houston with CJ Stroud.
I'm shocked.
I'm really shocked because the previous couple of years, the Texans didn't have a great O-line. And then next thing you know, CJ Stroud comes in, they're protecting him. And he's able to throw passes and do things.
Maybe he said,
Well, you know what I think the Texans did? They surrounded talent around CJ Stroud.
Well, and now,
And look what they did in the offseason this season, getting that running back from the Cincinnati Bengals.
yep, Joe Mixon.
Joe Nixon. And they got if
Diggs.
I'm not
Stephon
mistaken,
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
but they didn't have that last year.
Yeah, and,
Right.
and the thing is, I think you're right. They are building around him now.
They
But
are
last
now.
year they did not build around him
Right.
because he was not on the team prior to. You build a team around a player once you know what the player can do.
Oh yeah.
So they didn't build around him last year. He just shined.
Oh yeah.
It's
And now they're building the team
And now
around him,
they
which
got
is awesome.
that. They got that tight end. It's a rookie. I forget his name, but they're really building a really good solid offense around CJ Stroud. And I'm pretty much impressed with him on his rookie year. I mean, he lighted up the passing game. I mean, man, he was really good last year. They even made the playoffs. I thought I had him even going in the AFC Championship game, Brandon.
wow.
I mean, I really out of him coming out of Ohio State, I had my doubts.
Well, I think everybody did.
And it's just that when he came into the NFL, he turned it around and really played hard, worked on his craft a lot. I mean, he really I mean, I was impressed. I was really dumbfounded on how really good he did. I mean, it was incredible. I mean,
Okay. All right. So I have an idea. So we could dive into this real quick if you guys are game. Well, I got our favorite teams up, and their full season schedules.
okay.
So next week when we film, we're going to go through the entire season, and we're gonna come up with, and we're gonna talk about who we think is gonna win, how many games, so on and so forth. Right.
Right.
So with this one, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go through the Browns schedule,
Okay.
and we're gonna pick games where you think they're gonna win, where you think they're gonna lose. And I mean, we're just gonna talk about it, and then we're
Okay.
gonna come up with a final record for the season, and see how close you are at the end of the year.
Okay.
And we're gonna do that for all 32 teams.
Okay.
But today, I think we're just gonna knock out the first three.
Okay.
Next week's gonna be a nice long episode because we're gonna hit on all the remaining 29 teams.
Okay.
You guys game with that?
Yep. I'm game.
All right. So with Cleveland, we have week 1. They got the Cowboys.
Wow.
But it is in Cleveland. That is a huge game. It like week one, the NFL's not playing. They're throwing out some good matchups.
I agree with you, Chuck. Cowboys are tough to beat. But man, I'm telling you, the Browns, their defense is looking really good.
Miles
Their
Garrett leading that crew.
their offense is looking really good. We kept Coop. We got a really good wide receiver core. We got Nick Chubb's back.
Well, Nick Chubbs isn't coming back right away.
Right.
He's going to be out for the first few weeks, just to be
On the
just to be
safe
clear.
side.
Yes, because he is
Okay.
still recovering.
Okay.
So you're not going to have Nick Chubbs to start the season. So
So we'll have
the,
Ford in
the
there.
first, yeah. So the first 3 or 4 weeks, you're
maybe,
Chubbless.
or maybe who is that?
See what I did there, B?
Free agent week.
I did that for you. First 3 or 4 weeks, they're Chubbless.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. But I'm still thinking the first week. I still think the Browns could take the
Okay.
Cowboys.
And that's fair. I am going to go ahead and I'm taking the Cowboys, but I'm taking the Cowboys here based on the fact that I believe this is the first time we're going to see Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland in the same backfield together. This is now theirs. And they both have done amazing things with the interceptions. They've prevented some yards. Yeah, sure, they've given up some big plays along the way to doing that. But if you look statistically, they have shut down some of the best receivers. Both of them have. So when you're looking at both of those in the backfield there, you're looking at something pretty good. And then you got Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence blitzing the quarterback. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, that defensive front, all the way back there. I think the weak part that Dallas has is the linebacker core. So I think if Nick Chubbs was there, I think he'd have a heyday. But I think without Nick Chubb, I think that is going to be the determining factor. And I'm not sold on Deshaun Watson in Cleveland yet. But that
Did we get Jerry Judy?
yes.
That's what I thought.
So
But the way
and
I
that's
seen
phenomenal.
now, the way I seen the quarterback for the Browns,
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson, and what I seen of him, so I just here and there on my phone, just watching them during
Training camp,
training
preseason
camp,
stuff.
preseason stuff. They're saying he don't look that bad,
And I'm sure he does,
and he's looking better than what he did last year.
which isn't hard to do.
So
Right.
It's not
I mean,
hard to do.
I think he might.
Yeah, and I'll level with you. I mean, it is if Deshaun Watson comes out and looks like the Deshaun Watson of old, back when he was with Houston, it's going to be a hell of a football game.
I agree.
Especially because you're looking at two backfields that
Mhm.
have running back issues.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Start the season, the Browns have running back issues.
Yeah.
Dallas is going to have that all year.
But I can't count out that Browns defense with Des Ward, Miles Garrett, and we got a new linebacker core.
Well, that's why
we got Del Pitt healthy. Newsome is now the new starter on the corner because I think we can take them.
I mean, anything's possible. I believe that Dallas's defense is a little tougher than Cleveland's personally. And I believe that our offense is a little more potent.
said-
Just
You're gonna
slightly.
doubt the
You said-
number one. You're going to doubt the number one D end in the NFL in Miles Garrett.
Absolutely.
I love Miles Garrett.
Hey,
No,
and I'll doubt him.
I don't doubt him. I'll take Miles Garrett any day.
And I'd take Micah
'Cause
Parsons over Miles Garrett any day,
He
anytime.
will love, and that boy loves.
To hit
to
people in the head with a
hit.
helmet.
You're going to bring up 2
I
years
will
ago, bro.
always bring that up.
I still respect Miles
Hey,
Garrett
Hey, can we settle on this?
because he's a
Miles Garrett and Micah Parsons, I would say they are equals.
All right, I'll respect that.
Dallas has Micah, Cleveland has Miles.
I'll
You said-
respect that.
you
I'll
said-
respect it.
You said Cowboys have a running back issue.
Yes, absolutely.
You got Deuce Vaughn and Ezekiel Elliott.
So we have a guy that if somebody grabs him, he's going to break in half. and we got another guy that is built to block.
Wait, didn't we get?
He'll
Didn't we
get you the first down, and
Didn't the
the other
Browns
one's
pick up a
elusiveness.
halfback, a running back
No,
for Ford behind Ford? I think they did. Hines, Hines.
Naheem
Naheem
Hines.
Hines.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think they did.
Naheem Hines is not scary.
Yeah, but
He's
he's
not.
got good hands in the backfield to catch.
Absolutely, I'm not taking anything from him. But what I'm getting at is neither team has a good enough backfield to running the ball.
True.
At the end of the day, the running back cores are the weak spots for both offenses.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, 100%. But I'm still going for the Browns,
And that's fine.
and that defense is solid.
Again, like I said, that's fine. We'll dive more into that on next episode when we talk about the actual game itself. But
folks, you know who I'm going for. And it sure
I have a
ain't the
feeling-
Cowgirls.
I have a
it's the
feeling-
Browns.
I have a strong feeling you're going to go 17-0 here, and I'm going to laugh in your face
17-0.
for your Browns. We're talking about the Browns season schedule right now, bud.
17-0.
Let's see.
I doubt it.
So, week 2, we got the Browns Jaguars. That's going to be the Browns.
I'm definitely taking the Browns over them Jags.
All right. So,
What do you think about that? 1 yard wonder.
The hell does that mean?
1 yard wonder.
Oh, come on.
That was the Titans that lost by a yard. And the Seahawks, technically.
Oh, come on. The Jags.
Jags never lost by a yard.
No, the Titans did.
Oh.
If you're going to insult him about 1999, I'm going to need you to do it right.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
I know.
Yep.
I want the Jags.
All right. So then we got the Giants. I'm just going to run down the schedule
And the
here real
only-
quick.
And the only way we win is if we can keep up with your offense.
Absolutely.
Doubt it.
Because the only person we really got is Josh Allen. If you can't stop him,
Miles Garrett.
They're
How-
both on defense.
how the
They're not going to
hell-
face each other.
how the hell is that going to work?
Trevor Lawrence is going on his booty.
I was
So
talking
is
about
John
Josh
Watson.
Allen.
Because Josh Allen's not going to be denied either.
And neither
And neither is neither of them are. And neither is Foy Sadalukin.
Why do you keep
What
trying
do you
to
think?
compete?
What do you think about our rookie D tackle, Michael Hall Jr.?
I think he's a
He's-
bum and he needs to stay out of jail.
Yeah.
You want to dive into Michael Hall Jr., who had to get out of jail to go to practice?
I didn't know that,
Yeah.
but I think he's still going to rip it.
Yeah, if he could stay out of jail. It's the biggest kicker here.
Grow up.
And hey, he's got a great role model,
Who?
Myles Garrett. What he went to jail for was domestic violence. Great role model, Myles Garrett, the guy that hits people. He,
Chuck, you're killing him.
you know,
You're messing with him too much.
I know I am. But
Folks, this is the guy that thinks hitting somebody over the head. Yeah, but what happened? You've seen the game, folks. You've seen what happened. And if it was me, I'd have done the same dang thing.
and he shouldn't have a job. Neither of them should. The quarterback doesn't have a job either.
He just said that.
Neither of them should have jobs.
Because if somebody kicks them
Tell me something though.
in the
Hold
in
on.
the family junks
Hold on, Pops.
and grabs their junks.
Yep.
And
Hey.
wouldn't you do the same thing?
Can I? No, I wouldn't.
Oh,
You know why?
bull donkey.
You know why?
Oh, come on.
Because growing up, my pops always told me 2 wrongs don't make a right. So unless you were full of shit then,
I think he said turn the other cheek too.
you can't raise us one way and then defend somebody for not doing what you raised us to do.
Man, why do you put me in a rock in a hard place, Chuck? Man, dude, you know I said that all the time, haven't you, man?
All the time.
One thing, trust me, once I knew I had you, I just saw your smile.
What else have I always said?
There's a lot of things.
What have I said?
About
There's one more thing I said.
there was a lot more
Good
things you said.
wish in one hand and shit in the other.
No, not that one.
I
say
remember that one,
That
TV.
is one of them.
No, I've always said fighting is not the issue.
It's not the answer.
I said
right.
issue.
Issue.
Fighting is not an issue.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I said.
We never got in trouble for
You
fighting.
yeah, but this is the thing. Fighting is not an issue because I believe in talking your way out of it.
So you mean answer here. Fighting's not the answer. Because you
Right.
could talk your way out of it. Which is exactly what Myles Garrett should have done in this situation.
How can you talk in pro football?
After the game.
They have press conferences after every game.
Yeah. All right.
To plead your
All
side
right.
of the case.
And don't get me wrong, Myles Garrett is one hell of a talent.
Now, I'll tell you this, folks, and I'll tell you right now, I have said all that. And Chuck's true. He's my son. Even though he's my stepson, he is my son. I consider him as my son. And Brandon is my real son.
He's a shithead.
Yeah.
I'm a Wilson.
And I've always told them, and this is it. And they're right.
Yep. So, okay, I'm going to run down a list of what the games are now because diving into the games has seemed to just take over and we wind up elsewhere.
We're just
Right.
arguing,
So we're trying
especially-
to come up with a record that the Browns are going to achieve,
We're
what we think they're going to be. So I'm just going to read off what each game is, when it is, and we'll go from there.
what we should do is you tell me your record. I'll tell you the record, and you tell us what you think your record is going to be.
All right.
I
Go
agree.
ahead. Go ahead.
So-
Separately.
All
Week
right.
1, they got the Cowboys. Week 2, the Jaguars. Week 3, the Giants. Week 4, the Raiders. Week 5, the Commanders. Week 6, the Eagles. Week 7, they got the Bengals. Week 8, the Ravens. Week 9, they got the Chargers. Week 10, bye week. Week 11, we got the Saints. Week 12, the Steelers. Week 13, we got the Broncos. Week 14, they got the Steelers again. Then week 15 is the Chiefs. Week 16 is the Bengals. 17 is going to be the Dolphins, and 18 is going to be the Ravens again. I'm going to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Three, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah. I got him going 11-6.
11-6.
11-6.
Okay. That's pretty good.
That's a phenomenal season. Hold on. Brandon's up. You got yours? Brandon?
10-8.
10-8. That's impossible. They only play 17 games.
10-7.
That's better. So the reason I went with 11-6, I got them losing to the Chiefs, the Cowboys. I got them losing both to the Ravens, one game to the Bengals, and then so both to the Ravens, one to the Bengals. I got them losing to the Cowboys and the Chiefs, and I have them I believe I had them splitting. Oh, no. I had them losing to the Dolphins.
Oh.
That's where I'm at. That's where I got my numbers. Shit. Could I switch to 10-7? They're going to lose to the Eagles, too. Appreciate you, Pookie. 10-7 still a hell of a season.
I'd take that as a jag.
Bro, you'll take anything above 500.
Mm-hmm.
Where you want me to go? That's week 1.
Up.
But that's week 1.
Go up.
That's
I'm,
down.
I'm counting.
Oh, that's me.
down.
That's down. And by the way, everybody, we're going to dive heavy into this
Mm-hmm.
later on. And we got to make sure that the two people that aren't dealing with figuring out what's going on are actually talking during this moment.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm going 13-4.
13-4. So I know you have them. What do you have? Who do you have them losing to? Just a curiosity.
2 to the Ravens.
Okay, you're falling both. You're getting swept by Baltimore.
1 to the Chiefs.
Okay.
And the Eagles.
Okay, so you have them beating the Dolphins with Tyreek Hill.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to question it.
Yep.
Just real quick. Okay, and you have them sweeping the Bengals, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
I do believe
I
they can
had-
sweep the Bengals.
I definitely think they have the potential to sweep the Bengals.
I had
That
them-
is there.
I had them.
Because
Because
Mr. Miles Garrett does not like the Bengals.
I also know that he hates the Steelers, but he should learn to hate the Ravens.
Oh, I know it.
He's going to learn to hate the Ravens and not care about the other two. Real quick.
Yeah. You heard that from me.
I had them winning at home against the Bengals,
Mhm.
but losing away.
That's how I looked at it too. Did you have basically similar to me where I had them losing to Dallas, Philly?
Oh, trust me, when the Cowboys come up, I'm going to be dogging on you.
No, that's perfectly fine.
And I'm going to be dogging on you with the Jaguars.
Hey,
What the hell did I say?
hey, bro,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be as non-biased as possible. I just want to see where your head's at. That's why I dive in on you. That's it. I just want to see why you are making the call.
I
you're
do
making.
understand. I do understand you. I had my doubts there for a minute with the away game against the Bengals.
Yeah.
Being at Paul Brown Stadium.
It's not that anymore, by the way. It's wild to me. They switched to some bank.
Oh, Sunbank?
No, I don't know what bank it is. It is a bank though. Bank right
wow.
now.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, they did monetize the name of the stadium now. But my big thing there is like I believe we could definitely have debates here when it comes to the Browns and the Dolphins. I think
Yeah.
on your side, arguing your point, Myles Garrett and Michael Hall Jr. and that defensive front is going to make Tua have to make quicker decisions, so you're not
Yeah.
going to be able to burn him deep the way you normally would with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
You would have to go short instead of long.
And that being said, they have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Odell Beckham Jr. to receive the ball. So as long as Tua can have just enough time to get that ball out on those quick crossing routes, I think they could definitely have some success against
or
Cleveland's
quick
defense.
outs.
Quick outs, just to any of those quick hitters. So I
Or
definitely
a drag route.
or even a wide receiver bubble to Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you have options. And with how fast those guys are, if Devon Achane gets out into the open field,
Mhm.
everybody's in trouble because the
Right.
guy has burners and
Yes.
nobody's going to catch him
Absolutely.
on Cleveland's
100%.
defense. But that being said, he's got to get away from Myles Garrett.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's got it.
That's the big thing. And that's where I could definitely see your point in calling that Cleveland can do it.
I can say the Jet or I mean, the Dolphins might have a chance. They'll have a chance, maybe, to beat the Browns
And where
if they double team Miles Garrett, which they had in the past,
yeah,
and they've won.
right. And one of the other things that I have to say there is the Dolphins defense is a little more lackluster. The Dolphins defense isn't as good. So the Cleveland Browns are going to be able to, maybe control the clock a little bit, especially having Nick Chubb back late in the season.
Yep.
But in that same token, the Dolphins offense is so explosive and dynamic they can score fast.
Yeah.
So you have just two juggernauts of offenses
I'm
going at it
thinking
at that
of
point,
this.
basically.
I'm thinking of this too. If you're double team Chubbs, then that leaves Michael Hall Jr. open for the sack also,
You meant Garrett, not Chubbs.
or Miles Garrett.
And
I
and,
mean.
and again, and I know I went in hard on Michael Hall Jr. there, just for fun. But Michael Hall Jr. is an unproven rookie. So it is good to have hopes, but I had the same hopes for Mozzie Smith last year.
I think Michael Hall Jr. as a rookie, I think he's got something to prove, but I think he's going to be good.
Well, that's what
I think he's going to be all right.
Again, like I said, that's what I thought about Mozzie Smith last year.
Yeah, Mozzie Smith came out of Michigan, and we thought he was going to be great.
And Mozzie Smith has done nothing in Dallas
Nothing.
through his rookie season. So there is also that chance. He's an unproven talent, just like Marvin Harrison in Arizona. He is an unproven talent in the NFL.
Yeah, nobody
Thing
knows.
is, do I believe that Marvin Harrison is NFL ready? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, he is unproven talent, and there is always going to be that
doubt.
There's
until
always-
he proves us wrong.
Well, there's always room to improve in your game.
Yeah, and
And if you work hard on your game, you might be just a little bit better
Yeah.
than what you were the following season.
absolutely. And also, I will also say that when it comes to Michael Hall Jr., I believe that Michael Hall Jr. wasn't as good in college as Mozzie Smith was.
Right.
No.
But let's put it this way, Brandon.
Mike Hall was more of a pass rusher.
Let's put it this way, Brandon. Your sophomore year, you wasn't that good.
Well, no,
But
everybody's
then
going to
when you
improve.
come in your junior year and we worked out really hard and we improved your craft, look how good you were on your when you were in your they put you in as special teams.
Well,
And and look what you did. You had 5 block punts in one game.
Pops. You want to know where the
You
big
work
difference?
on your craft, and the better you get, the better you'll be.
Pops, do you know where the big, massive difference is between, yes, I mean, when you're playing, you work on your craft, you get better. 100%. The big difference is you're not going from the little leagues to the big leagues.
Right.
He has to in order to just try to keep up at this point.
Right.
So, yes, whereas Michael Hall Jr. could progress and get better over the next 3 to 4 years,
Right.
coming in, he's just working on his craft, or even if he dedicates everything to his craft,
Oh, I know
he's still going to be.
I know your rookie year is going to be a hard time.
Yeah, and I believe
because you're just college football is a little hard. Is not. I mean, a little easier than the NFL. The NFL is going to be hard. You got to adjust in what your craft is.
right. And that being said,
Right.
when you're talking about a rookie and an unproven talent, I don't care how much they work on their craft. At the end of the day, can they keep up?
Mm-hmm.
Because the game's bigger,
This is-
it's faster, and it's stronger.
This is what I'm thinking. And if I was Savansky, a coach,
Kevin Stefanski,
I said Kavansky.
Stefanski,
Savansky, Kavansky. I've always called him Savansky.
but it's Stefanski.
Oh well. Does it
I'm
really? It doesn't really matter.
Yes,
But,
100%.
but anyway,
It's a man's name.
if I was the coach of the Cleveland Browns,
Mm-hmm.
and as short and as heavy as he is, I would move him to deep left end.
You don't want your big guy over there. You want your big guy in the middle.
Right.
That's why he's a D tackle.
But
All right.
Michael Hall is more of a finesse
I
guy.
know. Yeah, you're right. But I believe at the end of the day, when you're going through college, that's when your position changes. The-
In NFLs, your position changes every once in a while too.
very rarely does it pay off.
Because I've seen several people change positions and was D end or a linebacker.
The only time
That's an edge rusher now.
Edge rusher,
your
yeah.
outside linebackers and your DNs are almost. I mean, they're basically interchangeable anymore.
Right.
That being said, the big thing that when players do change positions in the NFL, you're looking at players like Denard Robinson,
Right.
who changed his position to quarterback to running back, and it was atrocious. You got other players that have done it and succeeded. I mean, end of the day, it does happen, but it is a lot more rare to change your position in the pros and succeed later on. Whereas people in college have changed their positions. Travis Kelsey was a quarterback going into college, then he was a tight end.
Right.
Look at the guy, he's phenomenal. But he also learned
They've been
most of the time when a linebacker or a DN changes the position to D tackle, it's because they're too slow.
and at the end of the day, those are the players that don't make the cut usually.
right.
So I'm not saying that Michael Hall Jr. will not be successful. I would
No.
never say that. At all.
No, 'cause
But
he's
at the end of the day, I am 100% always going to be a skeptic.
Wasn't there a wide receiver that was a quarterback that played for the Cincinnati or for
The New England Patriots,
Steelers?
Steelers.
Antoine Randall.
Yes.
There was also one for the Patriots.
Yes.
I mean,
Julian Edelman.
yeah, Julian Edelman. Now,
Wasn't he quarterback for the Miami
I think it was like
Miami Redhawks?
Miami of
I
Ohio.
know it was a small
Miami of
school.
Ohio, yeah.
I know it was a small school. I think it was a MAC team. Yeah.
Yes.
But again, end of the day,
Yes.
it doesn't happen often that it works out. It can
Right,
happen.
it
I'm
can.
definitely not saying that it can't.
Right.
But end of the day, like if you tried to move Michael Hall to an edge rusher, I think it could potentially be successful, but I think it's going to take a couple years to take
Right, exactly.
because he's got to learn all these new things about this new position as well.
You're right.
I think
You're
they
right.
need that to slim down and muscle up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas where he is now, he doesn't need to do that. He could just be a big bulky
Yeah.
pass rusher
Mhm.
and be successful with it. And
Right.
there is that chance, but I think it's going to take time for him to come into his own there.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's how I feel about most rookies.
Right.
Most just give them time.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, I understand you're high on him, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I definitely am a firm believer that, generally speaking, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get a CJ Stroud performance out of a rookie.
I just think of this. I was thinking of Michael Hall Jr., him from Ohio State and him staying in Ohio.
Yeah.
He might be an impact player.
Eventually, it could happen. But I don't see it happening rookie year.
I think he
But he
as he progresses.
Yes, and I think that takes
he will be
and I think that takes a couple
really good.
seasons, and he could. But I think that takes a couple seasons. I don't think he just. I don't think he's the kind of talent.
Into the guy.
I don't think he's a
Even-
Caleb Williams,
even at
Right.
a Marvin Harrison. I don't think he's that guy.
even
Right.
at Ohio State, he had his moments.
Right.
He wasn't always in on the play, but he had his moments.
That being said, I mean, when you're talking, and this is the prime example of why I doubt most rookies, Archie Griffin.
True.
Archie Griffin is a college football maniac. He was phenomenal.
Mhm.
What do you do in the pros?
Wait, he went to the pros?
Yeah.
He didn't do shit.
He didn't do nothing.
But okay.
But his two sons did.
Huh?
Archie what?
Griffin.
Archie Griffin.
I know. You were
Yeah.
talking about the Griffith brothers?
Oh,
Oh,
Archie
no.
Griffin. Nope.
Entertain the people, guys. I'm running numbers.
What kind of numbers?
Horrible ones.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Uh, Speaking of that, did Desmond Howard, was he another one of those people that didn't do anything in the NFL?
Desmond Howard. He played for the
Wait, what was
yeah, he played for the
Packers.
Green Bay Packers.
But did he do anything great there like Charles Woodson did?
Are you joking?
Yeah, Charles Woodson is a Hall of Famer.
Well, yeah. Desmond Howard was a punt returner and a kick returner.
Is that all he did?
Come on, brother. Get it straight, son.
Yeah.
He
Charles
got,
Woodson
yeah,
was
he got a lot of
he,
he got a lot of punt returns for tutties.
is he in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Because Charles Woodson is.
He said you don't have to be in the Hall of Fame to be a good player.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame's reserved for, I don't know, Hall of Famers. Phenomenal players. Huge talents.
You tell me.
Charles Woodson was a phenomenal talent.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Desmond Howard held his own.
He was a good player.
He will never be as good as what like Pops is.
Charles
You
Woodson.
know, no. We're talking about Desmond Howard here. But as good as like Pops is wanting Michael Hall Jr. to be, nobody will ever be that good. Because Pops is definitely, you're running down that path of you think he's going to come in and work on his craft and be phenomenal in the NFL. That is a huge candle to hold. Especially for somebody who was good, not great in college.
That's your opinion.
About an Ohio State player, yes.
Yeah.
I happened to watch him a lot, and he was good, not great. But yes, he could, but I think it takes time.
I think
Regardless.
I think
But
he's going to prove you wrong.
we'll see. But I also
Oh,
think
no.
that's some of your Cleveland bias.
Cleveland time.
100%.
No.
By the way, the Jaguars are going 11-6. Oh wait, I had that backwards. They're going 6-11.
6-11. All right.
Oh, so bad. The thing is, the Jaguars got a tougher schedule than what I originally anticipated.
To the Kansas City.
That's what you want.
Where's the Tampa Bay?
Oh, did you say they'll lose to the Kansas City Chiefs? That was the preseason, bro. Week starts right here.
Oh. They're losing the Dolphins.
So, high notes for Jacksonville is I feel like Trevor Lawrence can't go down from where he's at. I think he's at an all-time low.
The Colts.
I think Trevor Lawrence will have a better season than he did last year.
I think it's hard not to. And I think if he doesn't, it's time.
They just renewed his contract.
That was a mistake if he fails
Down at Chuck.
again.
Down at Chuck.
But yeah, they just renewed his contract.
I know,
Gave him
and
a
he's
fat check.
Yeah, he's one of the higher paid quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Jets.
I don't think our offense is the issue.
I think your
Our
defense is a
defense.
huge issue.
Our defense. We have Josh Allen. That's it.
Yeah. Well, don't you guys still have a Lewican?
9-5.
We got Aluakin and Josh Allen.
What are they going to do for the last 3 games?
Jacksonville will be 9-5.
What are they doing for the last 3 games then? That's 14. You got there's 17 games.
Oh, I didn't see the Raiders. And the Raiders. It's 11. Twelve and 5.
12-5. Holy
They make the playoff.
cow!
And they win their division.
Oh my goodness! Bold predictions. I like it. I like the bold prediction. I like the confidence.
I think Trevor Lawrence is going to come out. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to come out, and he's going to give a game of his life.
You think he's going to ball out this year?
I think he's really going to do good.
Do you think ETN's going to actually pull it out this year?
I think he's going to run.
He going to he going to find the shovel and dig his head out of his ass? You know what I mean?
He's got a chip on his shoulder.
I hope so, because Travis Etienne has definitely struggled all for his whole career so far. I think the big problem, the big thing on my end for Jacksonville is I feel like they've been in a rebuilding year since 1999. Like, no, I don't even want to insult or use the 1999 insult here, but I feel like they've been rebuilding since then. They've had one or two seasons where they've done really nice things, but outside of that, they've been lackluster, piss poor, boring.
8-5 so far.
Uh-oh. Dang it, where's my mouse? I guess I'll do this. I lost my mouse, guys. Things aren't working the way they're supposed to. Oh no! Well, I got my mouse back. Things that matter. Brandon, keep doing what you're doing. I am going to fix our camera issue again. Right now they're gonna stare at you. Hey, look at that beautiful face up close and personal on this much worse camera. I don't know why we're having so many technical difficulties today. This is odd.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, got it back. That was quick and easy. I'm getting better at this, but my goodness. Where you got him there, BL?
Oh and 1. 1-1.
You had him at 8-5. I scrolled down for you.
I lost track.
But 8-5, and that's 13. There's 4 more games left. It's these 4.
Jets win. Raiders win. And then both of those are losses.
Okay, so you got 10-7.
Okay.
That's another huge year. Damn, am I the only one that's not high on Jacksonville right now?
Yep.
Damn.
Oh shit, that's down. Oh well.
Well, here's what I know. Here come the hate. Don't you worry. That's okay.
I'm going to do a lot of hate.
That is perfectly fine. I got us going. There's 2. That's close. I'm gonna go. I'll just say 3.
Man,
He ain't going to
4,
be, he's not going to be honest, folks.
5.
He's not going to be honest, folks.
I think he'll be honest. I think he'll be brutally honest against his team.
Eh,
I guarantee it.
maybe.
Well, let's see. So
'Cause there's nobody.
I'm gonna throw an upset or 2 in there. Well, just 1. We'll throw in 1. No, fuck it. We'll throw in 2. We're gonna go 10-7
10-7.
and come in second in our division.
Playoffs?
All right.
Don't know. I'd have to look at the rest of the NFC first.
Let me see. Start the first season.
Right there.
Who do you have them losing to, Chuck?
The Ravens, the Eagles twice.
0-1.
Wow. They don't even split Eagles, huh?
Nope. The Niners.
Oh, that's fair.
I got the Lions.
All right. 1-1.
Really?
Oh, shit. 0-2. Because they won't beat the Ravens.
Well, the second game's the Saints, so not 0-2. Try 1-2.
1-2. 1-2. The Giants.
If you don't say that's a dub, you're insane.
All right. That's a dub.
That one is an insult.
I can't. 2-2. All right, 3-2. I'll give you the Steelers.
What was
The
your record for
Lions, you're
Dallas?
going to lose to.
10-7.
You're going to lose to. That's 3-3. 49ers, you're going to be 3-4.
I have a potential losing to the Texans on my board too, and an upset tossed in there.
I
And
can see the Texans.
all right, I can see 4-4 against the Falcons. Eagles, I'll say 4-5. 4-6. I'm gonna do an upset. I'm gonna say 4-7.
Oh my God.
4-7. All right, 5-7. You're gonna lose against the Bengals. That's for damn sure.
The hate is real.
You'll beat the Panthers.
Wow.
6-8,
Let's
All
freaking
right.
hope so.
You're gonna lose against the Bucks.
6-9,
You're gonna lose against the Eagles
6
again,
and
and
10.
you're gonna lose against the Commanders again.
6-11, huh?
My gosh.
You know what's funny
I
about
think
this?
he's going to be last place in the division, folks.
You just had us beating the Giants twice. So last place in the division is going to be hard to do. You had us beating the Giants.
Twice,
Yeah,
yes.
you think the Giants are going to be worse than us?
Mm,
You should hold the division comments until we do the rest of the teams. Just throwing that out there. But
Want to know?
my goodness, you going to look silly at the end of the year.
I will.
It's okay. I get it.
Hey, paybacks.
I find it funny
Paybacks.
because I'm just going to let my team prove it on the field. I don't care.
Same here.
Yeah,
Same here. I'm kidding.
I know. Wait, no, do you really think that's what the record will be?
Not really.
What do you think it'll be?
I think it'd be split 8-8.
Well, there's one more game. Are we going to be above or below 500?
All right, 9-8.
All right, AB, his real pick's 9-8.
9-8. Give me 9-8. I'll give him here and there a little
Yeah,
bit.
I will definitely 100% say that I do believe the Eagles should win the division. The Eagles got a lot of talent on that team.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do got a good team. I hate saying it
Right.
because, fuck the Eagles and all that. Pardon my French. Can't help it. It's the Eagles.
He can't stand the Eagles, folk. I don't know why.
Why do you hate the Steelers? What do you got? Why do you hate the Steelers?
Big Ben
Okay.
never admitted that he went his high school year at Finley.
That's why? That's why you hate the Steelers.
Yep.
Why do you hate the Bengals? Come on, you could just say it. It's because the Bengals fans that you know personally,
Is a Joe Burrow lover.
and he's an annoying prick.
Amen.
Love him to death, but he's an annoying prick.
Annoying.
So you hate the Bengals
That's
because
all he talks about is Joe Burrow this, Joe Burrow that. And
I know one Eagles fan that is
and Jamar Chase.
Yeah. I know one Eagles fan that I can actually have a conversation with, and he's actually decently knowledgeable about football in general. The rest of the Eagles fans can't even talk to him.
Right.
And that's not to say they're not out there. I'm sure there's plenty out there. But out of the Eagles fans that I know, a lot of them you can't even have a conversation with.
Oh no.
And it kills me.
I can't even have a conversation with him when the Browns play the Bengals.
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you got,
it's
Bill? You
You
horrible.
ready?
I'm ready.
12-5.
Whoa.
12-5.
Really?
Really?
12-5 Dallas.
All right.
How in holy
He's got CJ losing to Dallas.
holy Canutenbau, how in the heck do you got the Cowboys going 12-5?
You guys don't have belief in them like I do?
No, I do personally believe, and I will say I'm not going to base the record that
You were being biased the whole time?
No.
he switched it up to
you were-
9
No,
and
I
8.
was not.
You were being busy being biased.
No, I wasn't.
Or-
9-8
I-
sound negotiable.
I don't mean biased.
If that's
I mean,
over 500.
You're too busy hating, trying to get even.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't, folks.
Yeah, I will.
I was 9-8. That sounds negotiable.
I
because
will.
There's some tough teams in there.
Yeah.
The 49ers.
Yep.
I have them losing
the
too.
Philadelphia Eagles.
I have
the
them splitting it.
Ravens.
I was going to say I would.
The
I
Ravens.
believe they'll split, but I wouldn't. I'm not going to hang my hat on it.
I
Yeah.
know I have them splitting it.
The Ravens.
I have them losing.
Yep. Where do you got them with the Lions and the Texans? 'Cause those are going to be good games.
The Lions and the
Beating
Texans.
the Lions.
Yeah, those
No.
games. It's at home, so that is possible.
No.
Dallas plays really well at home until
Oh,
they're
they
facing.
do?
Yeah, undefeated during.
Are they at home?
Yeah, they're at home against the Lions and the Texans. They are undefeated at home during the regular season for the last 2 years.
Oh, okay. All right.
So they do play really tough at home.
Mhm.
And I have to say in the regular season because we got blown out by Green Bay at home in the playoffs.
Well,
Mhm.
that's why I don't have them beating the Niners.
And that was with
Guys
Jordan
scroll-
Love.
Yeah.
You guys struggle against the Niners so hard.
Dude,
Yeah.
the Cowboys cannot figure out Green Bay or San Fran.
Yeah.
Those are two teams that
We
they
got
never
Christian
seem to figure out.
McCaffrey.
And you're
How you
gonna
going to
have-
stop him?
Well, I mean, I could argue it like how you argue with your Browns.
I know.
Micah Parsons,
Yeah.
DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, there's answers there, but he's Christian McCaffrey.
My thing is, you guys are gonna have
Right?
to figure it out to win
Yep.
a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and by the way, I did notice like in Green Bay, they figured out Green Bay and a lot of other teams
Mhm.
figured out how do you block somebody that's unblockable, which it would follow Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons would both,
Right.
and T.J. Watt, of course,
Right.
and there's a handful of other ones out there in the league.
Yep.
How do you block somebody who's unblockable?
Yep.
Don't.
You can't.
No, you don't.
You don't block.
You make them your option read.
yeah.
Mm.
Wherever they go, you go the other way.
You go the opposite. That is correct.
They can't stop it. Micah cannot make that adjustment fast enough.
Mm-mm.
It's unfortunate, and it's hard to watch.
Because you've watched it.
I've watched it so many times.
Have you seen the two defensive ends we got? Myles Garrett and the other guy?
I don't know who the other guy is right offhand.
I don't either.
And so I would never say that the Browns don't have a chance. I think that you're a little higher on them.
Defensive wise, yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think you're really high on them, and that's okay. Because they do have the thing that I've been saying about Cleveland over the past few years, they have all the talent in the world,
But
but they can't figure out
all right,
how to
there's
win the games they need to win.
There's another reason why I hate the Steelers. There's one more reason why I hate the Steelers.
Okay.
What's that?
Bill Baker.
Oh, come on now. Oh.
Oh yeah. Those Baker's
Hey, hold
clans
on.
love the Steelers.
Hey, you can throw out
And
the
they
Baker's
still
clan,
do.
but don't throw out
There's only two
Grandpa.
people. There's only
Hey.
two people
anybody but
that
Grandpa.
loves the Browns.
Anybody but
There's two
Grandpa.
people that was in the Baker family that loved the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Name those two.
Tom.
Me and Tom.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Tom Cookson.
Hey, Pops. Pops.
Hmm.
Ask Brandon why he hates Michigan so much. Because he can describe it in one word, and it's his last name.
Wilson.
Well, what's the first name?
It doesn't matter. Pick one.
Uncle
y'all-
Floyd.
Y'all,
Uncle Floyd.
y'all ganged up on me my entire life.
I did not gang up on you. You know better
You
than
were
that.
cheering
Oh yeah, I was
all
cheering.
the time. You
Hey.
still do.
Pops.
I still do. Yeah, I
He's-
still do.
Hey, Pops. He's talking when he was like 6. This guy holds a grudge for his lifetime.
Yeah.
A lifetime.
Especially-
a
lifetime.
grudge.
Especially,
Well, Guess
especially,
who, folks? Guess who he
especially
gets
when
it
it's a yellow
after?
whim.
Folks, guess who he gets it after on that grudging stuff?
What?
Me.
Yellow M.
You mean this thing
That's
right
a blue.
here?
That's a blue M. It's
Right
not even
there.
accurate.
Right there. There you go, folks.
not
That's what he
even
does not like.
It's not accurate.
He
And I hate to tell you,
and it's not yellow.
And I'm not biased.
blue
It's,
for
it's,
life.
it's not yellow.
And
It's maize.
I don't care for Michigan. I don't hate them, by the way. I'm just y'all delusional.
Delusional. We're delusional, and we want a nanny.
Yeah. Are we really gonna do this live?
You want to bring folks? You want us to bring it?
Look at the stare down.
Where do you want to start? It all started.
Yeah, Woody and Boschenbeckler.
Yeah. How long do we have? 'Cause I
Yeah,
feel like this could
'cause it-
take a while.
Yeah,
That
folks. I
depends
think
how
this will take a
entertaining
little
you
while.
keep it, because we've had a lot of dead air, and if this becomes more dead air, I'm just
now,
gonna cut it.
listen to
But
this.
I'm here for it until it gets there.
Listen to this, folks. Okay, a couple weeks ago, I got dogged on.
You didn't get dogged on. No, we went after Michigan.
No,
We went
no,
after Michigan. We could have chose
No.
to bring up Michael Hall Jr. today,
No, no.
but we didn't, because we didn't want you to feel
All right,
personally
all right.
attacked.
We
All
did
right.
not attack you. We were not attacking you with that Sharon Moore stuff.
We were going
I
after
don't know why
Sharon Moore.
you think that.
All right.
It's literally news about a football team,
Okay.
not you. It wasn't news on Lori Wilson, the head coach of Michigan.
I'm gonna put an end to this one. You're not gonna get into it today,
No.
because it's time for Chuck's fun facts. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
right.
ready.
What was the biggest trade, the worst and best trade in NFL history? And you can just say the player's name.
Brett Favre,
No,
Reggie White,
no,
Lawrence Taylor.
no.
Dan Marino.
What if I tell you?
Joe Montana.
I'm going to give you a hint.
Joe
all right?
Montana.
No, I'll give you a hint.
Jerry Rice.
The Cowboys traded him and won the trade in a landslide, if you ask me, or just about anybody
Traded.
on this planet.
Traded him or for him?
Traded him. Had him. Traded him away.
Emmitt Smith.
No.
No. They would never trade Emmett Smith.
I thought they did.
He went to
No.
Arizona for a while
He went to Arizona.
after he got the record.
I didn't know that.
You'll know it as soon as I say it.
Michael Irving.
No.
Did he retire with them?
No.
I believe so.
Yes, he did.
He's a running back.
Yeah.
Marion Barber?
No.
Was it? Wait.
No.
Wait.
They didn't trade Zeke at all.
Wait. I think I remember.
Oh, they did. Never mind.
Was it?
Good.
Who is that? Who is that running back for the Dallas Cowboys when Roger Staubach was quarterback? Oh, come on. Think, Dwayne. Oh, I got it. I got the name in my head and I can't say it.
You're in. I believe you're in the right era.
I don't know.
Kenny No, it wasn't Kenny Staple.
Are you ready? I'm going to give it away here in just a second. I'm going to ruin it. You ready?
Tony Dorsett.
No. Herschel Walker.
Damn it, he was a Cowboy.
Fudge.
It was. I was close.
The Herschel Walker trade was insane. So Minnesota received Herschel Walker, the Cowboys' third-round pick in 1990, San Diego's fifth-round pick in 1990, Cowboys' 10th-round pick in 1990, and their third-round pick in 91, where the Cowboys received Jesse Solomon, David Howard, Isaac Holt, Alex Stewart, a first-round, second-round, sixth-round in 90, a first-round, second-round in 91, a first, second, and third round in 92. Okay. So, well, a lot of those were conditional in getting rid of trading or cutting Solomon, Howard, Holt, and Stewart, which the Cowboys did. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, picks acquired by Dallas were turned into a trade with the Steelers for a pick that wound up being Emmitt Smith. Okay. a part of a deal with the Niners to give us a third round pick that was used in the deal to get Emmett Smith. So 2 of the picks were used for Smith. Okay. Part of a deal with Los Angeles, they acquired Stan Smagola. One was used in a trade with New England to wind up with Russell Maryland.
Hmm.
Another one was used to get Alonzo Highsmith. Another one used in a deal that we walked away with Kevin Smith and Darren Woodson.
Which is good.
New England got Darren Woodson. Oh no, we did. That's right.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
So then another one was used in a deal with Kansas City and Washington that wound up being Clayton Holmes in Dallas. Okay.
Holmes was really good.
And out of all that, the Vikings got Mike Jones, Reggie Thornton, Pat Newman, and Jake Reed.
Jake Reed was really good.
Why does that name have to come up?
Jake Reed? Jake Reed?
No, Mike Jones.
It's tight end Mike Jones. It's different Mike Jones. It's okay.
It's still the name Mike Jones.
That being said, the Cowboys out of this trade received Emmett Smith, Darren Woodson, Clayton Holmes, Russell Maryland, Kevin Smith, and 3 Super Bowl rings.
Are you flexing right now?
Yeah, he's flexing.
It sounds
No, that's just a huge, huge trade. So lopsided. While the
Folks, he
Vikings
is.
got Herschel
Folks-
Walker
Folks,
and
he is.
nothing.
He's flexing.
I'm not.
He's flexing.
If this was any other team, I'd say it the same way. It's huge.
I know.
Oh, 3 Super Bowls.
There's not many teams that have that.
Tom Brady's got 7.
You're right, but your Browns got nothing.
And he was a Wolverine, so I can brag about it.
Sure, but he wasn't a good Wolverine.
Didn't have proved nothing until he got in the NFL.
Well, that's when he actually decided to play football because he didn't want to
Ba-bam.
sell out for Michigan. How many times did he beat Ohio State?
I didn't start this. You did. You brought up Super Bowls. I'm a Jags fan. I'm just going to sit here. I know my line. You're crossing it.
Hey, Brandon,
What?
how many times did Tom Brady beat Ohio State?
None.
None.
Is that painful to say?
Oh, yeah, it hurts.
All right, good. You're the one that brought Tom Brady into this. I didn't.
At least Bo didn't get him.
Bo.
That was Coop.
Oh,
Cool.
Bo Schembechler?
Yeah, Bo Schembechler's the one that got Jim Harbaugh.
Okay. How many times did he beat Ohio State? Twice? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So he still lost. At least once.
Yep. He was
Hey.
2-1.
That means that Jim Harbaugh is responsible for a bunch of people's gold pants.
But he was good in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna take anything away from Jim Harbaugh. I'm not going to.
He was a good football player.
Absolutely. And I'm not taking anything from Tom Brady either. The fact of the matter is, I wasn't trying to flex. You took it as flexing, and you made me flex.
You went
No,
like
that
that.
was me.
Ooh. And I had to flex.
You flexed.
Yes, I did. Now I did.
Yeah.
I like being the only person at the table that's ever, I don't know, seen his team win a Super Bowl. I might have been 5, but that's not the point.
You're sitting here. Oh, man, see. He's flexing again.
I didn't say nothing. Don't bring me into this.
He is the only one that's sitting in this table with 3 Super Bowls.
There's 5 of them there, but
3.
there's 5
Why are you counting the old years?
because there's still 5. There's still 5 Super Bowls in Dallas.
3.
There's still 5 trophies sitting in that trophy room.
5.
That trophy room is a lot more empty than Tom Brady's, though. I will fully agree with that.
I can't talk when it comes to Super Bowls. I'm just gonna sit here.
Yeah, but hey, the Jaguars have an AFC championship. That's huge.
I'm pretty sure the Browns do too. What am I gonna say?
Oh, wait. No, they don't. Never
No.
mind. They lost in that game, didn't they?
Against the Denver Broncos. Don't remind me. John Elway. The 1 yard fumble.
I'm still going after Brandon. I got you somehow in the crossfire. Oh, this is so good. But I think that's it. You want to announce us out?
Yeah. I'm
Puffs?
tired of talking about Super Bowls. Let's get out of here, Dad.
Yeah, really. Thanks, folks, for Garage Sports Ohio.
We love you, beautiful people.
We love you, people.